Alright, meteorologist Dean Davis and the Weather Pros live, weatherblocks.com responding fire. We're talking about what we're going to be talking about here, which is what we're going to look in these next two potential tropical systems, one being Florence, and that one is moving to the west, northwest. It seems to be putting itself north of the Bahamas. The question is, will it be shifted out to sea, or will it become an eastern seaboard situation? That's still to be debatable, because some of the longer distance models do bring it up towards North Carolina. But in the short term, it's pretty confident it'll be between the 30 north, excuse me. 28 north, I would say. 28 north to 23 north. That area looks good around the 60 west corridor. So between 29 and 23 north and 60 west, the storm will be somewhere between those locations in a couple of days. After that, so we have some that come closer to the East Coast, but that's pretty far out. A lot of things can change where this goes. And we'll take a look here at the water vapor. People think this is the storm that's going to occur. No, it's actually this right here that's rotating near the Bahamas. It's going to go through Florida tonight. That is going to likely be Gordon, and that's going to go mainly towards Louisiana. I mean, it's pretty dead packed. I'll show you the actual computer model data for that in a couple minutes, but you could see moisture all around it, moving west-northwest. Pretty much aims for exactly where this is going. You see the trough here out to the west. That's what's going to move around. The high pressure system here to the east, and it's going to give it its turn here, probably up towards Missouri and Kentucky area, and then to the east. Would affect the weather late in the week here on the East Coast with the remnants. And you can see here, this is Florence, and that is moving in a west-northwest. You have a little bit of dry air trying to creep in, but I think it's going to overcome it with a lot of moisture out ahead of it. And it does show signs of a nice circulation trying to get an eye. And we have another disturbance going to be coming off the coast of Africa. This is expected to become something also. Like I said, some of this is higher in dust. It's kind of retreating. And troughs to the north. This will push to the east. That's going to make the depending whether it stays south, gets East Coast threat, or it gets caught in the trough and moves away. That'll be found out later in the week. Like I said, the computer models are a little off on that. Okay, so here's what the models state for the current potential tropical cyclone. Like I said, it's near the Bahamas and Florida. Very well acknowledged until it gets between Alabama, Mississippi, and Louisiana. Most take it into Louisiana, and then turn it to the north and east. A couple will turn it dead west towards Waco. I am going to be more thought that it will happen between Tennessee and Arkansas, Missouri, and Kentucky, and then turn to the east and move away back towards the east with the moisture. That's what I'm thinking right now. This is actually off a Fox page showing at myfoxhurricane.com, showing the Saharan dust level. And you can see some Saharan dust near Port-au-Prince, Haiti, Dominican Republic. You see, like I was saying, ahead with the dry air, ahead of Florence here, and then I see more ahead of the next system. So I said there is some dust, Saharan dust, but it probably will be overcome by the moisture here. As this goes further during the week, like I said, it's going to try to get itself away from the Saharan dust into the north of the area. So that being said, like I said, nothing's in the way of what might be going on. Saharan dust, like I said, will move up ahead of here on Tuesday, and this is unwrapping itself from the Saharan dust, which would increase the potential of strengthening as it moves. All right, I'm going to take the potential tropical storm. We have tropical storm watches out here from Alabama all the way through around New Orleans and back here to about central Louisiana coast. Expected to go near New Orleans or just to the east of New Orleans. This is where it gets confused in the forecast, like I said. And we'll see what happens there. And Florence, good old Florence. We're looking at it coming out, like I said, between Bermuda and the Bahamas by Friday, and then we have to see where it goes from there. Other than that, nothing else going on. We'll keep an eye on the tropics here. Meteorologist Dean Davison, the Weather Pros. Thanks for watching.